Everybody, this is Dr. Carmen Bryan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Thank you guys to all the new subscribers that have joined us in this tribe. I am so appreciative and so honored that you would find something, relative or something helpful in your situation, whether you're trying to get out of the situation, whether you're trying to learn about the situation, dealing with narcissist abuse and your recovery. And so today I wanted to come in and I wanted to answer a question this question keeps coming up. And a lot of you are asking the question, but you're not going back to watch the videos. You got to watch the videos. And so one of the questions over and over again is, why do I keep attracting the narcissist? What must I do to stop, attracting a narcissist? Well, number one, let's look at the narcissist, okay? A narcissist is not able to look within themselves, look at their own soul, look at their own faults, look at their own flaws to see how they play a role in relationships and broken relationships and broken hearts. Remember, they're grandiose. They're perfect. No one is perfect like they are. Everybody is at fault, but not the narcissist. So a narcissist is not able to look at themselves, because to look at themselves means that they would have to look at their own flaws, look at their own problems, look at their own issues. That makes them less than perfect. This is less than what they display to the world. So they're not going to do it. It's too painful. They're not going to do it, because then it breaks the illusion. It's a lie to them, and they realize they know that they're not perfect, but they're not going to let anybody else know that they're not perfect. And so they look for people that they want. Well, I can't say want to be perfect. They look for perfect people, but every time they meet you, that's why they idealize you, because you were perfect until they found out that you're human, because they're not perfect and they're human. But at the same time, well, I know some of you guys, they're not human. They're human beings. They're not aliens. But the thing about it is that they're not able to look within. So they're not able to look if they were able to look within and look at themselves and work on themselves, then that means that there would be a cure for narcissism, right? That means there would be people will be making videos on how you can get beyond narcissism. Well, you don't see that happening, right? Well, you, meaning the person that is not a narcissist, well, whether you're a survivor or whether you are still in the situation, you have the capacity of looking within yourself. So the common denominator in the whole situation of keep getting into the same relationships, the common denominator is you. And so you have to be able to look within. And a lot of times people don't like for people. That's why I try to keep it real. I try to be honest. You know, I'm not going to say what you want to hear. I'm going to say what you need to hear. And a lot of people don't want to hear anything about themselves, or they don't want to hear negative things about themselves. And especially people that have been traumatized or hurt by a narcissist, a lot of times it's very painful for someone to point out something about them, because that's all you're accustomed to hearing. So a lot of times people that are survivors end up fighting the helpers, because what they're saying may be something similar, because the narcissist has taken something little and just made it huge. So for a person to come in, they have to work really hard. I have to work really hard on building a rapport with my clients that have been abused by a narcissist. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of attention, because you're dealing with a person that is really broken and hurt. So the things that I would have to say, or a person would have to say to you, is something that may not be a positive thing, because they're having to point out things about you. And so if you keep attracting the same thing, if you keep attracting the same type of person, then the problem may be within and not without. Remember, the narcissist always looks without. They never look within. You're not like that. And you have to look within and stop looking without. Why do I keep attracting the same? Everybody's the same, and stop looking without and start looking within. You're the common denominator. Anytime you want to lose weight, you get a trainer, you get a dietitian, and they're teaching you about nutrition, and you have to put forth the effort to lose the weight. Nobody can lose the weight for you. It is your responsibility to heal. And you have to have the tools to heal. You have counselors. I have the sponsored, I have a sponsor that is BetterHelp.com/Dr. Carmen. You can get on there and fill out paperwork. You can look and put in your requirements for counselors. This is worldwide. And so these are licensed counselors that are able to provide you with online counseling, telephonic counseling. I'm not registered, so I can't do it, and I can't do it out of the state of Washington. I'm not licensed in other states. I'm only licensed in the state of Washington. But this site, you have to put forth an effort. You put forth, some people spend thousands and hundreds and thousands of dollars on breast augmentation, liposuction, facelift, Botox, get your lips as big as fish. You look like you sucking on a I don't know, you sucking on a cup, you come out with your lips as big as your face, you're willing to invest money like that. So why wouldn't you want to invest money on your own healing? It's something within you. You have something broken inside of you. Your heart is fragmented. Your soul is broken. You've had other trauma. And so some of you are so desperate for a relationship that you keep looking out and you think that a relationship, but if I can just find the right person, if I can just find the right person to heal my soul, it's not the right person to heal your soul. You are responsible for healing your heart and healing your soul. And that's why I always emphasize, if you've been in bad relationship for a long time, maybe that's something you need to take a sabbatical from. Maybe you need to wait and not be in a relationship. Not saying that you're going to be alone all your life, you know, but you may need to take a sabbatical from a relationship because you don't know what relationship is supposed to be like. You're looking for pieces and parts of relationships and you're trying to put something together because you don't know what you're looking for. You've never had a good relationship. Maybe it's time to take care of yourself first, because once you love yourself and you respect yourself and you honor yourself, it's hard for people just to come into your life and do opposite than what you do for yourself. If you're the type of person you like a clean house, it's hard to be with someone that is messy or unorganized. Or if you're an organized person, sometimes it's hard to be with a person that is disorganized, you know. But if that's all that you're accustomed to, then you will accept anything. Some of you guys are so desperate to feel good about yourself that someone compliments you. Or remember, when you're with a narcissist, that is addictive. They know all the right things to say. They know all the right things to do. They're master manipulators. And that's why they go under the radar, because they're charmers. They're wonderful people. No one would know that this is it really internally a monster, you know, and it's sad to say that because you're dealing with a person that has narcissistic personality disorder, but it doesn't excuse their behavior. They do things and they're doing things on purpose, and they're doing things and they're tearing up people's lives. They're tearing up people's minds. They're tearing up families. They're tearing self-esteem up, you know, anything they can do just because they need fuel and need to feel empowered and need a self-esteem boost. That's what supply is, to boost the self-esteem. But if you keep attracting the same type of person over and over and over, and every time you get out, you think, I'm just going to take I'm not going to date for a month or 2 or 3, you know, and then I'm going to try this new relationship. Well, maybe you need to stop it. Get to know yourself. What colors do you like? What clothes do you like to wear? Do you like wigs? Do you not like wigs? Do you like weaves? Do you like ponytails? Do you like balls on top of your head? Do you like bamboo earrings? At least 2 pair? You guys know what I'm talking about. You old schoolers. But what do you like? Where do you like to eat? What kind of food do you like? You know, how do you like your house decorated? What kind of car do you like to drive? Spoke to one lady, she didn't even know the cars that she liked. And when she finally said the car that she liked, and I think it was in the book too, when she finally said the car that she liked, the question was, why didn't you say that? You know, because he said that was stupid. Well, why would that be stupid? That's the kind of car that you like. Well, he likes this and that and this car, but you like this car. So why won't you get yourself that car? You know, well, I never really thought about that. You know, what is it that you like? You know, look within. You have to look within. You have to get help. You have to invest in yourself. That's why I always say, go get counseling. Discover yourself. Some of you, and I understand, when you are hurt and it is painful, you know, and you're grieving, you're mourning because this is the worst pain that you've ever experienced. But the more you focus on that pain, the more you focus on that pain without finding something else for your mind to do, finding something else for you to do. You know, some of you, I don't have any friends. You know why? Because you were in this confined area with this narcissist. They have isolated you so much. They've cut off your friends, cut off your families. Okay, well, change it around and change your perspective. Okay, well, I'm going to have to start all over again. How did you get the friends before? Join a fitness club. Some of you guys like yoga. You know, go to support groups. Go to the YWCA and go to support group meetings. You know, find a book club. You know, find yourself something to do. You know, find something to do. Compliment someone. Hey, I like your hair. Oh, thank you, girl. You know, find something to do. You know, and enjoy yourself. What about if you enjoy yourself, enjoy your own? If you don't enjoy your company, who's going to enjoy your company? If I don't like being with me, then why would anybody else want to be with me? If I enjoy being with me, then I would expect someone to enjoy being with me. But if you don't like yourself, why would you expect someone to like you? And there's some of you so desperate for a relationship that you're people pleasing. You'll do anything to please another person. If you love yourself, you're not going to do anything to please another person. If a person cares about you or if a person respects you, they're not going to expect you to do everything that you want them to do. You have your own mind. You have your own thoughts. But this happens. You learn this as you learn to be by yourself. Learn to be single for a little while. I mean, when I say a little while, some of you guys email, well, how long is a little while? See, you need to be single for a long time. That's what you need to be, because you're too focused on a relationship. Sometimes relationships happen. It's the beautiful, you end up loving your best friend and don't even know that you cared about your best friend. Oh my gosh, I never thought that I would care about someone this sweet, and opposites do attract. You don't want someone just like you. The narcissist is mirroring you, being just like you. And so you like you. You don't want someone just like you. You want someone to balance you out. You want someone, the yin and the yang. You want someone that's opposite than you. You're organized and or you may be disorganized and he's organized, or vice versa. You like dealing with money and paychecks, and you're good when it comes to finances, and not saying that he or she is not good at finances, but because you're good at what they do, they're willing to let you do that. So you complement each other. You shouldn't be just alike. A narcissist copies you to be just like you. But if you keep attracting the same type of people, maybe it's not without, maybe it's within. You need to check yourself. Check yourself. Why do you keep attracting the same people? Be honest with yourself. And sometimes I'm telling you, sometimes the hardest thing is to point out things, people that have been wounded and hurt, because they're so defensive. To point out things about them, and they become defensive because they're hurt, because that's all they've ever heard is negative things about themselves. So it becomes very hard. And so I have to work very hard to build rapport with my clientele, because they have been so wounded. And thank God, a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, a lot of them trust me. So when I say something to them, they know I don't mean to hurt them, that I mean to help them. Likewise, for each of you that are in the tribe, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I'm not going to tickle your ears and tell you what you want to hear. If you might be the problem. It may be within you. I'm not saying that what happened to you is your fault because you did not know. As a matter of fact, I was just having a conversation with someone today. And as you guys know, I'm former military. I was a senior leader in the military, so I was a trainer of trainers. And so in the military, the way it goes, you have the trainees, which are the junior enlisted, which is usually E1 through E4. When the Army, it's like private through specialist, which is E1 through E4. Those are the junior enlisted soldiers that are learning leadership. You come in learning leadership. Then you have the sergeants, which the sergeants are the trainer of the junior enlisted. And one thing that we learn in the military is attention to detail. Attention to detail will keep you from getting killed on the battlefield. You have to pay attention to detail. That's why we were always very meticulous when it came to uniform. Everything is measured. 1/8 of an inch, with the uniform, you see where they're wearing the name tags and everything. Everything is measured. 1/8 of an inch here, 1/2 an inch here. The rank is a certain amount of inches from the top of the crease of the shoulder. You got to make sure the gig line on your pants and your belt is lined up. 2 inches this. Make sure that the lines on the side, the pants are cut a certain way because they have to be so many inches above the bottom of the shoe. So everything was attention to detail, because attention to detail will keep you alive on the battlefield. And so what I was telling the person is just like sergeants train the junior enlisted, the staff sergeants watch and supervise and do the training for the sergeants, and they're watching them do the training, and they're actually, well, they're training the trainers, so they're teaching the sergeants how to train the soldiers. Then you have the senior enlisted that oversee their entire training because they understand the commander's intent. But everybody has, and so what I said is that because that training was instilled, and that's something I do, and I pay attention to details on people's clothing, not everybody, but anytime I'm around military, it's hard for me now, because at one point in time, I wasn't really interested in war movies or military movies. Now, if you go to the movies with me and I'm watching a military movie, I pick out everything. Why are those two ranks mixed together? Why is that a general colonel? Why is that on here? That's not how you wear that. Why are they wearing it like that? That's not how you wear it. Why is that headgear like that? Why are they wearing? That's not how you wear that. So if I'm around, I won't say it out loud. So I used to. If you don't be quiet and just enjoy the movie, I can't. This movie is making me anxious because everything about the uniform is wrong. That's not how you salute. Why are they saluting? They're saluting like this. Why are they saluting? You see, so I paid attention to detail, and I said all that to say this. These videos, when you're watching videos from coaches that are dealing with narcissism, and each one of these videos serves a purpose, and each one of these videos focus on something. It's teaching you attention to detail. Some of you guys think you're weak, and you're not weak, because you have now learned to pay attention to details. And so there are things that you are now very aware of coming out of training, and you are very aware of when you get around people. Now, not everyone is a narcissist, but now you pick up narcissistic traits. You pick it up more than the average person does. A lot of you are so ashamed and so hurt that you got involved because you've got enough time and distance away from that narcissist where you literally are asking yourself, what was I thinking? I'm literally embarrassed. Remember, I used to always say that's like the smartest dumb person that you would have ever met, because they're so manipulative that it makes them look like they're smart because they never stop trying to destroy you one way or another. They're envious and they're envious, hateful individuals, and if they think you've gotten over on them, they just can pursue you all the time. While you're resting, they're thinking of how to get over on you or how to get you back. And so they pay attention to detail, but now you are learning details too. So there are certain things that you have picked up and you have learned about narcissists that you pick up on people. You pick up on toxic behavior. You pick up on conversations that don't sound right. Sometimes you get around people like, oh, I don't know what it is about that person. I just don't like them. It's just something about them. You're picking up on you paying attention to details. You're learning. These videos are teaching you details. So some of you guys that think that you're stuck, you're not stuck. You know, some of you guys that think that I keep going back in a circle, well, that's what happens when you're in recovery. Sometimes you fall backwards and then you got to move forward. Sometimes you have a bad day. Sometimes you have a good day. It's just like being, a former drug addict. You're coming out of an addiction that you guys are learning. I read your comments. I can't read them all, but I read your comments. You guys are learning. You guys are like a super tribe. You know, you got the super empaths. You guys are like a super tribe. I love this tribe because you guys are really learning. I read the comments and it lets me know that you guys are really learning, and you're very, even, in another video, I did tell people, do not give people advice on these videos, because some of the advice is bad advice. Some of it is not professional advice. And so I monitor the advice that people give. But I've been reading some of your comments. You guys are learning. You guys are like really good. I mean, I'm encouraged. So some of you guys are learning. Some of you guys that have been with me since the start of the videos, I'm reading your comments and I'm so elated, because my pleasure doesn't come with the comments you give me or the compliments you give me. The pleasure and the honor and what makes me really ecstatic. Yeah, that word. What really makes me excited is the fact that I see you guys growing. You may not realize you're growing. I see you guys growing. I can tell by your language. I can tell by the things that you guys say. And so we have new people that are coming in, and even some of the things that you guys say and the encouragement, it just really just makes my heart just smile, because you guys are more powerful than you really think you are. The narcissist had you thinking that you were the problem. And if you turn it backwards, you'll find out that you really were the one that was empowered. All the things that were ever said to you, really, it really was, picking something positive and turning and flipping around on you. But if you are still concerning yourself, well, why do I keep, attracting the same type of people? Then you need to look within. Don't be like the narcissist and not look at yourself. And then you might want to get someone, find a friend or someone that you know that's going to be honest with you. If your breath stinks, yes, girl, yes, your breath stinks. Get you a Tic Tac. Or they'll just tell you, don't say nothing. Don't say no more vowels. Don't say, ha, don't laugh, nothing. Get you a Tic Tac. This is ridiculous. I am offended. Get someone that's going to be straightforward with you. Get someone that's going to be honest with you. That's what you need. In a situation like this coming out of narcissist abuse, that's what you need. You need someone that's going to be honest with you. And you need someone that's going to tell you like it is, not what you want to hear. I'm not saying they purposely try to hurt your feelings, but you already know that you're fragile. You already know that you're sensitive. And so even some of the things that I say on here, they're harsh, but I'm being honest with you. And I love you guys. And so you know that I mean well. And I'm not here to hurt you. That's the type of person that you need to talk to you. Someone's going to be honest. So if you keep attracting the same type of people, I want you to check the equation. You are the common denominator. Not saying the manipulation and all that was your fault because you didn't know, they weren't honest with you, but you're the common denominator. What you gonna do now? All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Please go to my YouTube channel if you haven't already and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you know whenever I upload videos. Tuesday through Friday, I come on live on Sundays between 8 and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's West Coast time in the US of A. To all my fellow Rainbow Tribe, all the people from different countries, Greece, Italy. I got people from Japan and Cambodia and Mexico and Canada and the UK and Australia. I think I got Ireland in the house and I think Switzerland was in the house, Germany. You guys, Holland. Thank you guys so much for being here with Africa, South Africa. I am so excited. Thank you guys so much. I feel like I'm living through the country through you guys, and I'm so grateful that you are here. I also have 2 Facebook channels. One is my professional one, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. The other one is my book, the one with my book, which is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You hit both of the like buttons. I upload on all 3. I got an Instagram account, which is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, and a Twitter. If you'd like to follow, Dr. Carmen Bryant 1. That's what it is. Dr. Carmen Bryant 1. Put inspirational stuff on there, share stuff, and I put videos on there. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, please go and order my book, Barnes & Noble, and on Amazon. You get the ebook, you can get the Kindle version, or you can get the hard copy or the soft copy. And stay tuned. I'm working on my equipment. I just got new equipment, so you see all the light in the back. I don't have the light sitting behind my phone anymore. I got this brand new light in the back, so I look like this bright star on camera. So I'm starting to get my little equipment in. I'm still working on getting my laptop because I crashed my laptop. So I gotta get my laptop and all my equipment together so I can start doing the podcast. And what I'm gonna do is with subscription based, I'm gonna do my own audiobook. Some of you guys have been asking. I know, and I've told you guys that you have to hire a voice actor. And, with the voice actor, it's not my voice, obviously. And then they have to act out the book. But who better to act out my book but me? Because you guys know my personality, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll read the book to you and I'll do it on a podcast. And then you can purchase the book that way. It won't be on the bookstores, but you can purchase it on the podcast and you can hear me read the book to you. And it'll be my personality. And I'm going to read the book to you guys, right? So I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. There's a link underneath the YouTube channel. If you would like to donate, please donate Cash App, PayPal. That will help me to continue to broaden this information, to do the awareness, to make the information that you guys need. Some of you cannot afford counseling. There is a sponsor that I have, which is BetterHelp.com/Dr. Carmen. You can subscribe. It's a low fee where you can go and you can look for your own counselor. You fill out the paperwork. You put down your requirements of what you're looking for, and you can get a licensed counselor within your area. They do telephone. They do via, I think, FaceTime, Skype. So you can get counseling that you so desperately need. I'm not on telemental health, but you can get counseling which you need. And I'm not licensed in all the states. I'm only licensed in one state, which is Washington. So thank you guys once again. Please donate so that I can get the equipment that you guys need. Well, I need to continue moving this broadcast, this channel, this educational program, the workbooks that we need to get together so I continue moving it forward. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys go be great.